Hi guys, in this video we are going to visit some museums here in the Philippines, virtually. Watching this video will give you some insights about what we can see inside those museums. The first museum we are going to visit virtually is Baraswain Museum, or more formally known as Museo ng Republika ng 1899. It is located at Malolos, Bulacan. Most of the things displayed inside the Baraswain Museum are photos and artifacts of constitutional convention and war that usually happened in Bulacan province. There are 5 galleries inside the museum, and each of these galleries are supplemented by a dramatic light and sound presentation on the Malolos Congress and Philippine Constitution, and it's featuring stereographs of the war against United States. Gallery 1. Sigaw ng Kalayaan. It features the numerous uprising launched by Filipinos against their Spanish colonizer. It tells the story of oppressed Filipinos during the Spanish colonization era for over 300 years. Gallery 2. Watawat ng Kalayaan. It features an overview of facts about proclamation of Philippine independence and the decrees of revolutionary government. It narrates the event that occurred during the Pact of Biak na Bato until the declaration of Philippine independence. Gallery 3. Pagtindig ng Republika. Visitors can watch a 7-minute light and sound presentation on the Malolos Republic with life-size diorama of significant figures. Gallery 4. Saligang Batas at Pinunong Kinatawan. Highlights the Malolos Constitution and the names of its proponents. Gallery 5. Pagtatanggol sa Republika. Shows how Filipino defended the threats posed by American colonizer against the First Republic. The second museum we were going to visit virtually is the Casa Real Shrine. Casa Real Shrine served as the National Museum and National Printing Press during the First Philippine Republic, and this museum was located at Paseo del Congreso, Plaza Rizal, Malolos, Bulacan. Casa Real is also one of Malolos' oldest structure, and it is dedicated to 20 women of Malolos who lobbied to establish the first adult school for women in 1889. It traces the evolution of the Filipino nation-state and emergence of its system of government and democratic traditions amid the backdrops of long struggles for independence. Inside the museums are the miniature dioramas, theatrical backdrops, interactive terminals, and original artifacts recreate these periods, from the earliest communities to Spanish and American colonial periods, through the Second World War until the present. The museum contains relics from the First Philippine Republic, memorabilia of General Emilio Aguinaldo, relics from the wealthy families of Malolos, exhibits, a printing press of the Malolos Republic, and a display of the 21 women of Malolos memorabilia. The last museum that we were going to visit virtually is the National Museum of the Philippines. The National Museum of the Philippines is an umbrella government organization that oversees a number of national museums in the Philippines. Since 1998, the National Museum has been the regulatory and enforcement agency of the government of the Philippines in the restoring and safeguarding of important cultural properties, sites, and reservation throughout the Philippines. National Museum of Fine Arts. National Museum of Fine Arts will transport you to the various eras. Each floor is rich in history. Each gallery tells the story of an era. Each masterpiece represents an integral piece that tells our story as a nation. National Museum of Anthropology. Formerly known as the National Museum of the Filipino People, the museum contains things and artifacts related to archaeology, prehistoric societies, languages, our norms, tradition, and culture of the Philippines. National Museum of Natural History. The museum is home to life and earth science specimens, comprising some 80 million items within 5 main collections, which are botany, entomology, mineralogy, paleontology, and zoology. National Planetarium. Planetarium is an annex of National Museum catering those who want to learn about and or appreciate the space. The gallery and the show can spark interest among the youth in pursuing science or perhaps more specific fields related to space. Visiting museum is clearly seen as both means of entertainment and education. We must perceive the value of museum in enhancing our own knowledge about the world we live in. After this pandemic, I want to give myself a time to visit those museums I have mentioned with my family or with my friends.